Hello everybody, I'm Miss MonMon. Welcome to my channel. Today we will be making hair curlers, the old-fashioned way. Now this tutorial originates from my grandmother. Growing up in Poland during the war and communism, beauty standards were still upheld, but a lot of supplies were really limited. So she came up with this way of doing curlers. It is not a new invention. Sometimes they are called just rags or pillow rollers, but I have been using these ones since I was a bub. These rollers are super cheap, almost basically free. I'm sure you have everything you need already in your house. They are quite comfortable even when you sleep in them, and they do give you a really great curl. Now, for those who are in love with the vintage and pin-up styles, such as myself, curling your hair can be a little bit of a challenge. I have tried several curlers, but I still sometimes use these rollers no matter how awful they look when they're in your hair. To start, you need these basic things. A tea towel, one that you don't mind cutting up. You need a pair of sharp scissors and toilet paper. This is really awful one-ply toilet paper. Because it is so thin and so coarse, I find it actually works the best for making these curlers. And of course, you will need a cup of tea. Every DIY project requires tea. If you are someone that has been hoarding the toilet paper, why? But now you have something that you can do with it, besides everyone going as a mummy for Halloween. Once you have everything you need, it basically takes not even 10 minutes to make these curlers. Of course, depending on how many curlers you want to make will change the time, but everyone is really quick. To start, you will need to cut your tea towel into 2-inch thick strips. You don't want to go the longest width of your tea towel. You want to go the shortest width because you don't really need them to be super long. From this tea towel, I procured 12 strips, which is great for my hair. I do have shoulder length, medium thickness hair, so that for me is enough. Now, depending on what style you need, you might need to chop up another one, and of course that is completely up to you. Next, you are going to roll out your toilet paper. Now, because I'm using one ply, I generally roll out 5 squares and then overlap it 4 times, meaning I have 20 squares. Depending on the thickness of your toilet paper, you might need to use a lot less. So really just experiment and play with it. Once you roll out your toilet paper, I tend to fold it not all the way in half, because I find that with the rolling, I don't like the ends all falling out. And then placing one strip, I very gently roll the strip all the way down to the end, and then when I reach the end, I very gently twist the toilet paper quite tightly. I find that they do not unravel, they do not split or break. Now, once again, depending on your toilet paper, it might, but I find that using this one ply method, it works a treat. And you're done. That is it. You have now made a hair curler. Go forth and make the rest. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, these are gonna work so well. Now, to use these curlers is also just as simple. Taking a strand of your hair, you then apply your setting lotion or whatever you use to help the curl stay. Wrap the tip around the toilet paper, roll it all the way up to your head, and then you just tie the ends off. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now, of course, the way your curls come out depends on how you set it, what product you use, and also your hair type and your hair color. I find that depending on how I place my curlers, I get a different curl, or I can do different styles with it. So just like any other curler on the market, experiment and see how you go. If you do end up making this tutorial, feel free to shoot me a photo. I will share one of mine very soon. It is embarrassing, but I really don't care. I find they curl really well. The only downside I find to this project is as time goes on, sometimes the curlers can fall apart or get really soft. Sometimes the toilet paper in the middle can break because that's a really weak point. You can just replace the toilet paper as you need to. I find that I can get at least a month or two out of all of these curlers, depending on hygiene as well. I find that this is enough for me, and I do get a really beautiful lush curl set. I really hope this tutorial has helped you if you are in the market of learning how to curl your hair or just wanting something really seriously DIY and budget. I don't believe you have to go out and spend a whole ton of money on a whole bunch of projects if you can just make it at home. As I said, it's not the prettiest looking curler, but I find that this method has been used in my family for years. My mother still uses this, and she learned it from her mother, my granny, and it is just a wonderful way to spread a little bit of knowledge about my family. I'm sure my grandmother would find it hilarious that wonderful people on the internet will now go home and make her curlers. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I wish you a beautiful head of perfectly coiffed hair, unlike my poodle today, because it was a bit of a struggle hair day. If you'd like to keep up with any of my social media, all the links will be down below, including my blog to this tutorial if you'd like to read the steps once again. You are more than welcome to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are all a big, beautiful, happy family here, and I just want to spread love, joy, glamour, and tomfoolery into this little slice of the internet. I will see everybody in the next video. I hope you are happy, healthy, and safe, and I love you all. Bye!